So, daylight savings time, as we all know, is going to be here in the next 2 days, which means it's going to be starting to get dark early. Probably about, I don't know, 5:30, 6 o'clock, somewhere around there. It sucks. I mean, here's my thing. When it gets dark early, it's in a way kind of romantic and kind of cool. But at the same time, I know a lot of people can't stand daylight savings time when it gets dark early because it seems like enough time in the day with it being dark early, and people can't be outside long going for walks or whatever for a long period of hours like they do in the spring and in the summertime and in the fall as well, like from September until October. I get that. The kids, they only gonna have like a few hours to go outside when they come back home from school, and then they got to go back inside by the time it's dark. Now, of course, they'll go outside, for recess, whoever goes to elementary and I guess, of course, middle school. And then, of course, you'll have the weekends, for the kids to go outside. But still, they ain't going to be outside for long periods of hours because it's going to get dark early. And that's the same for adults who want to go for walks and stuff like that. You're an adult, you can stay out as long as you want, but at the same time, when it comes to it getting dark, you got to be careful too, because you just never know who you're going to run into. You can run into some no good, suspicious person who seems like they're not right. And if you happen to run across that person, you might want to walk the other way. Because as Houdini said, the freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. You got some weird or just some people that just ain't right in the head. And, you might run into a bad situation where it's not good and you don't want to get involved, where somebody wants to try to hurt you or whatever. Because we got some crazy, mentally crazed people out there. And this world is just not safe like it used to be. I know people would like to go back to the days when their grandparents were around, their era, where you could have the door open all you want and you wouldn't have to worry about somebody coming to your house trying to break in the house or try to physically hurt you. But ever since that happened, since whenever that happened, people to this day, they just close their doors and lock it. Because you just never know who is up to no good and wants to desperately break into your house or for some reason want to hurt you for whatever reason. Okay. It would be nice to go back to that era, during our grandparents' era where we didn't have to worry about that. Okay, I'm tired of living in a world we have to be in fear and worrying about this and that because it's that person's fault for being effed up in the head mentally and is a violent mofo. Those people need help immediately and get their asses together. Thanks a lot, you people. You ruined everything. But it does suck that it gets dark early, around 5:30, 6 o'clock. Why can't it just get dark at least about 7:30, as it does right now? And also, why does daylight savings time have to start in November? I would rather daylight saving time start early December, the first Sunday in December. That's when it should start. I just think in November, it should still be light, a little bit longer, like it is right now in the month of November. Why not until December where we can do daylight saving time, where it gets dark early? That way we'll just have December, January, February, March, 4 months to deal with it being dark early. But instead of it getting dark at 5:30, 6 o'clock, just have it be dark at least about 7:30. But instead, we got to deal with it for 5 months. November, December, January, February, and then March, mid-March when it gets lighter a little bit longer. I mean, when we have to deal with this for 5 months, it just feels like it'll take forever. And it seems like it's forever by the time March gets here, and then it gets lighter a little bit longer. But anyways, that's all I gotta say. See ya.